Hi everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel. This is just an experiment, so if everything goes dreadfully wrong, don't hold it against me. Today I was actually a friend of mine who is just as obsessed with fairy tales as I am, said that she couldn't read my blog because she's autistic, unfortunately. So, or fortunately, depending how you look at it. But she asked if I could read it aloud to her. So I thought there must be other people who find it very hard to access content online. So I thought I'd give it a go. I'm not just going to read it word for word because then it just gets a bit too stodgy and doesn't work. So I'm going to paraphrase from it. Yes. So every Friday I release my blog, and today's blog is all about Alice in Wonderland. Arguably the greatest story ever written by Lewis Carroll, who I absolutely adore. Oh, I cannot describe how much love I have for Alice in Wonderland and how much it influences even my speech. But Alice in Wonderland, most people probably would have seen the movies that Disney have done, which is fine. But they merge a lot of the books together in the movies, because originally I think there was one, two, three. Actually, it will tell me on this. Originally there were four, which were all set in the same world. I don't think Sylvie and Bruno come under it. No, it's Alice and Alice Through the Looking Glass. So they're the two that mainly centre on just Alice. And I will say a lot, so I apologise. Unless you're a How I Met Your Mother fan, then you'll probably get it. So yes, Alice in Wonderland. I did an English literature degree, so I have an unusual amount of knowledge about Alice in Wonderland, and I want to talk about not just Alice but the other characters. And I created in my blog 2 look boards, which I will show you in a moment. Wonderland is always described, and Disney did it very well, as this magical place which was full of colour, and it had talking animals. You had the Mad Hatter and his crazy tea party. You had a merry unbirthday, which quite arguably, aside from A Small World After All, is the most annoying Disney song that has ever been written, in my opinion. Go and listen to it for yourselves from the original Disney animated Alice in Wonderland. It goes, "A very merry birthday to you, me, to me," and it goes all very up and down. But yes, in the book, the tea party, they do sing about on birthdays. And the good thing about Alice in Wonderland is that, like all good fairy tales, it has the darker side, very harking back to sort of the grim fairy tale stories. There's always a consequence, and in Alice in Wonderland we had the Jabberwocky and the Queen of Hearts. So I might not be able to answer why a raven is like a writing desk, but I'm going to try and bring a little bit of style, a little bit of Wonderland style to the everyday. So the first one, I have no idea how to share my screen, and to be honest, I can't be bothered to faff about. So I'm just going to show you the picture. So if we can see it properly, yeah. So this is the Alice in Wonderland board. It's very prim and proper, very sort of classical Alice. You'll see at the bottom that's the Disney Alice. I've done it so you've got the blue pinafore dress. It's more A-line than you can see that Alice has the flared 50s dress, but it makes it a bit more modern to have it more A-line and straighter. And up here we have it's very hard to see it on here. I might have to attempt to share my screen. It's a really nice white shirt with a lace collar that will fit over the pinafore dress. And it's got puff sleeves, which is very classical 19th century, which was when Lewis Carroll wrote the book. Very 18th century. And it's very simple, and Alice is always very simple looking in any version they give her. So we can go quite heavily on accessories with it. The issue is that with plainer looks, we're inclined to throw colour at it, to have more colour. So it all bounces off against each other. And that's what we're trying to avoid. Well, I'm trying to avoid anyway. I went with a gold necklace. It's gold plated, but and it has the little teacup. So I went for the gold necklace, which has the little teacup, which is in honour of the Mad Hatter and the Tea Party. We've got a white daisy chain bracelet because Alice talks to the flowers when she first arrives in Wonderland. The same with the ring. They're blue forget-me-nots, which are pressed into the resin on the ring. I found it on Etsy, actually. It's really pretty. Forget-me-nots were used a lot in the 19th century. They were often given as gifts or to mark special occasions. So I thought it's quite fitting, and the blue matches in with Alice. And then we have the earrings, which are little bunnies. You can see that it's like a pearl with the little gold bunnies. I'll post the link to the actual blog, and then you can see the proper look board, and it has where I found everything online. So if you want to replicate it, you can, but these are more just sort of examples for you to build on so that you can put your own style on them. Black shoes, because black ballet flats go with literally everything. Black bag because you've got to have something. I know that we don't want it to be all costumey and look exactly like Alice, but you've got to have a little bit of crazy Alice, and why not have an embroidered bag with her face on it? I like it. I think it's quite good. And then we've got the black headband with little gold bits on just to tie in with the jewellery, and there's little gold accents on the shoes as well, which is great. The second look is much more Wonderland-esque, and it takes references. You'll notice that almost everything in it takes a reference to a specific character or a specific part of the book. Let us find it. There we go. Which is this one, which we can see better because it's all colourful. So with this look, the dress is sort of self-explanatory as the blue Alice dress, but it's a fitted bodycon dress, which is what everyone sort of wears now, particularly if you're going somewhere. If it's the evening, it's really good because you can build on top of it. It's a really good staple piece for almost anything. The jacket is my favourite thing I think I have ever found when doing these blogs, and I'm going to buy it when I get paid. It's like £52, and I found it on Instagram, but it's tartan, multicoloured tartan, which is really the only kind of tartan that I like, and it's a massive oversized coat which will go really nicely with the bodycon because it's a complete other silhouette. So you have almost like a reveal when you take off your jacket anywhere you go. And all the crazy colours is very Mad Hatter and very Wonderland. All of the jewellery you might have noticed in the first one and this one, and the accessories are either in gold or bronze, which is again very 19th, 18th, 19th century. They didn't really do like sterling silver or anything like that. So I've tried to keep it kind of historically accurate-ish, she says. Not very historically accurate. And the jewellery on this I absolutely love, and I have already bought this bracelet, is a bangle. It's a bronze bangle, but the centre stone, well, it's not stone, it's glass, acts as a magnifying glass, and it's got a piece of paper from the book, and it actually has the text, and it says Alice. You see, it shows a bit of it. And the ornate bronze work, very Victorian and very sort of, actually, it's come back into fashion a lot now. The necklace, again, is the reference to the drink me bit of the book where she shrinks down and then she can't get through the door, so then she eats the muchness cake and then she grows really, really big. And it's got a really cute little, because it's two chains that are attached, it's got a really little gold outline of Alice, which sits like right here and will look really nice, especially against, because this is a scoop line dress. Actually, both dresses are scoop line. Again, very Alice silhouette. But shorter necklaces look really good because they're bouncing up. The colour is bouncing off of the light that bounces off the colour is also bouncing off the jewellery, which is great. And then I've got a belt. I've put a black belt with it just because I know people don't always like the oversized look. So the best way to get sort of best of both worlds is if you put a really chunky belt around like an oversized coat like this one. It cinches you in, so it cinches you in where you should be cinched around the waist, but it still manages to hide all these upper flabby bits, which is very good if you're self-conscious like me, she says in a Alice in Wonderland tank top or whatever. Didn't have time to change for this experiment. I went with, I'm wrapping it up now, it's not much longer, you have to listen to me waffling on. I've gone for a purse, this purse, which is actually designed by Disney Couture, and it is actually called the Alice in Wonderland Queen of Hearts clutch. I love it because it's just like a really nice, it pulls the red from the jacket, it harks back to the Queen of Hearts, and it fits, it contrasts but not enough to make it garish and horrible. And then the final part of this look is the shoes. And this is going to be a shameless plug for my shoes because I created these ones. But I love them and I think it's my favourite design I've ever done. Which, honestly, I love it. The heel is Cheshire Cat. The blue is Alice. And the bow and lace are done to replicate her dress. Again, I say replicate her dress a lot in this. But I sort of... there's nothing else I can really say about it. It does, the written one is much more thought out, so it makes a lot more sense. But if Alice was all grown up, I honestly believe she would wear these outfits. If she was pretending to be an adult anyway, like me. I am much for muchness. And that's really everything I have to say about it. I would recommend reading. I go into more detail about sort of the colours and why they work specifically. And also, personal recommendation is to read the book, the Lewis Carroll unabridged Alice in Wonderland books, and not just go off of the films, because there's a lot more detail and there's a lot more to the world that they don't really show, particularly about the White Queen and the Red Queen, their relationship. So, and Baynard the dog. There's a lot more about Baynard and his family in the books. And Absalom. Anyway, going off on a tangent. But I hope this helped. But oh, also audiobook. There is an audiobook of Lewis Carroll's unabridged version, which is read by Miriam. I can't say her last name. Margolies. She does a lot of audiobooks for David Walliams and other kids' books. So it's actually really good and quite good to listen to, especially if you're really, really stressed. So thank you for listening. If you listened, I won't hold it against you if you didn't. And I will post a link when I end this for the actual written blog. And if you have any questions or any ideas you'd like to see a character blog done about, then comment, email me. The world is your oyster. So thank you and stay safe, everyone.